What if the results aren't what you hope?
I just feel that I really need. I was very strong emotionally. When we had this thing that changed, I have failed. I should be.
So, we've got an amazingly experienced examiner who believes it's best performed before you hear Casey's allegations.
Because of the emotion.
Yes. George, you will be asked two sets of questions.
Yes.
The first will address the sexual abuse allegations, and the second will address whether you were involved in Kaylee's disappearance in any way. So, if you're good with that,
Yes, sir, I am all
Cindy?
ready.
Yes.
yours will address whether George told you anything about any involvement he might have had in Kaylee's disappearance.
Sounds good.
A wonderfully peaceful neighborhood now. What was this like when your neighborhood had essentially been turned into a media encampment?
The worst was the protesters. The day that Casey was arrested, the sheriff's department drove right up 3 vehicles on our front yard, and they made a spectacle out of it on purpose. Well, I had never had any panic attacks in my life prior to Kaylee's disappearance, and I go through years of therapy. It's taken a toll on both of us.
And forgive me for asking the most basic question, but how are you two?
Oh, we've had our
We
moments.
have good days and bad days.
Yeah. For sure.
Listen, I understand these things differently. George and I went through something very traumatic. Our marriage was fine for the most part, but when all this, every day when he says I don't, and I said,
Look, I'm just wondering, what kind of effect do you think this polygraph will have on your marriage?
if there's some inconclusive things, I understand that. I mean, I would be shocked if he was deceptive on it.
That would lead to other conversations.
Yeah, I mean, yes. If this was true, believe.
All right. Obviously, this is where the exam will take place. Cindy, you and I are going to go ahead of George so that we can get set, the room can be set,
Okay.
our examiner can get set, and then you come on in, and then it'll all begin. All right?
Good luck. Love you too.
They get this one.
Thank you.
On in. Just come on. My name is George Olivo from their daughter Casey, because the allegations were very, very strong, and it's going to cause a lot of emotions. And at the end of the day, I'd like to have the most accurate results possible and not muddy the water with allegations from their own daughter before they take a test regarding those things. George, I want to ask you about you on a scale of 1 to 10. You're a 10 on honesty, right? You're not here to tell the truth only when it's convenient, right?
No, not just what's convenient. No.
So you're going to tell the truth all the time and be a 10 for me today, right?
Yes, because number one, I have to.
Got no reason to doubt you. But let's just be clear. If you have anything to do with Kaylee's disappearance, then the polygraph's going to show that. You can think of polygraph as a fancy tape recorder. Rather than recording the voice, polygraph records physiology, what the body is saying, to determine if the person's telling the truth or not. If you've got nothing to hide from you, that as well. Physiology are things like heart rate, sweat gland activity, respiration, the information that the body gives off when it's reacting to a stimuli. Are you a little nervous? If someone is being truthful, then physiology ticks along normally, and the diagnostic features look kind of like a river just trickling along. Doesn't change course, keeps moving in the same direction. When someone's told that they're lying, the thought process, the river looks more like a volcano. How do you think you'll do on this exam regarding Kaylee's disappearance?
I hope I get a 10. I would cry. I would cry.
Okay.
Because I've gotten blamed for something I didn't do.
I
And
understand
it
that.
tears me up inside.
I understand that. The average accuracy rate for polygraph is between 85 and 90%, because the body never lies. If he's not telling the truth, he's not going to pass.
He knows how important it is
should be exonerated by this.
So here's the thing about today, George. I mean, I know that it's emotional, but today's not about how much you're hurting. Today is only about telling the truth.